So welcome to Inside Tutorial, and I am Dipen Dikshit, and here are the labs that we are going to deal. You can see the labs. So first lab is our how to create many users belonging to roaming profile and mandatory profile simultaneously. So Microsoft.com, and moreover we have three users, James, Khushbu and Maggie, and we are going to assign them a roaming profile simultaneously. So first you have to create a user that you want to assign a roaming profile. The second step that you have to do is you have to create a folder and you have to share that folder with everyone, or you can say that you have to share this folder with only the users that you are means for whom you are creating the roaming profile. And after sharing this account folder with everyone or with that user, what you will do, you will simply click means you will choose control key, and then after that you will select this all three users at a time, then right click, go on properties tab, go on profile, go on profile path, and here you will give the location of the shared folder that you have shared for these users. So this is the computer name, this is the share folder name, and here we are using username this thing. Okay, actually at the present moment we are assigning more than one user the roaming profile. Okay, that is why we have to write this word. Okay, now if you want to assign a roaming profile to a single user, then here you have to write the user logon name in place of this username. Okay, so we have done that. Now what you have to do, I want that means I want to assign these users a home folder also. So what I will do, I will just copy the same thing here, and here I will replace the account name with home. Why I have done this? Because I have created a folder with a home name and I have shared it with everyone. So this folder will be used for, or you can say it will act as a hard disk for the remaining three domain user. After creating home, you will share it with everyone, or you can say that with these three users. uh, Note one thing more, that these folders are present on a files server in a real-time scenario. Okay, so you have created a home folder for these users, and you have to use that. At the present moment you can see that these three folders have been created automatically. Okay, now when you click on account, then there is no folder inside this account folder. Okay, now when this James user will log on to, to the client computer, so see what are the changes that takes place with James user. Now you can verify that whether this James user is belonging to roaming profile or not. So go to just advanced system setting. So here your credential is asked, because administrator has the right to see the profile of the users. So when you will go to user profile settings, then here you can see that, yeah, you can see here that your James user is having the profile of roaming and the status is also roaming. Okay, moreover, whatever if this user has changed any settings or has created any folder on the desktop, or you can say inside its profile, then those settings and folders will be saved on a domain controller and also on this local client computer. Like you have created a new folder on the desktop, and you have created a text document also, and here you have written something else and you have saved it. Moreover, you have been also assigned the home folder. So you can see that here Z is the home folder that you have been assigned. Now you can save any type of important data that is necessary for your organization inside this folder, so that that data will be accessed by the administrator on the domain controller easily. So like inside this folder also you create some new folder and named it important, and here you will save some data. So now you have done whatever the changes you have brought by logging onto the James user. Now we will log on to the client computer with a different user. So you can see that the Khushbu user has also been assigned a drive, or you can say a home folder. Moreover, you can verify that whether this user is belonging to roaming profile or not. Now you can change this roaming profile into local profile also. Okay, but the reverse is not, means the reverse can't take place. You can change a user belonging to roaming profile to a local profile. So now if this user create any folder, or you can say create any bitmap image, then all these things will be uploaded to the folder that is present on the domain controller. Moreover, inside this folder, if this user creates any new contacts like so these all this information or database will be uploaded to the domain controller when this user will log off. Okay, so this is the advantage of roaming account. Now when you will open the home folder, so inside James you can see that whatever the James user has saved, it is easily available on the domain controller itself. Now in the home folder of Khushbu, you can see that is visible on the domain controller. Now this account folder will contain the roaming profile. So you have seen that only James and Khushbu has logged on to the client computer, so only their profile are saved on the domain controller. Now when you will open it, so you are not able to open this profile, so you will click security tab, continue, click administrator, replace owner, apply, yes, okay, okay, close. Now you will be able to open the profile of James. Now when you will click desktop, then you can see that whatever the folder that has been saved on the desktop of the James user is visible on the domain controller. In the same manner, when you will open the profile of Khushbu user, then also you will see there that whatever the settings, or you can say the data that has been saved by the Khushbu user in its profile can be seen on the domain controller itself. So you can see the bitmap image and this new folder. So in this manner you have seen that how roaming profile is created, and how what is the use of actually the home folders we have a situation like administrator wants to give some information to the Khushbu user that is in the presenter, means in form of this txt file. So what the administrator will do, it will copy this file and it will paste this file in the home folder of that Khushbu user. So this is inside home folder and this is the home folder of Khushbu user. So here he will paste this text file. Now we have already logged on with our Khushbu user. So Khushbu user will access that notepad file from here home folder itself. So he is able to access this notepad that has been sent by administrator offline. So actually the use of this offline is that even the domain controller is not attached with this client computer, or you can say is online with the client computer, then also this Khushbu user will be able to access that folder that is given by the administrator. So see how this event will take place. At present the Khushbu user is able to access this folder. Now I will disable the NIC card and you will see that. So you can see that your NIC card, means the NIC card of client computer is disabled now. Now the Khushbu user is not able to access the data that is present inside the home folder. Okay, so now the client will face the problem. So what the client will do is that when he was in network with the domain controller, so at that time itself he will right click on it and will click offline. So see here, first we have to enable this NIC card and then you will know that what is the importance of offline and online, or you can say what is the difference between the offline and online. Now our NIC card has been enabled. So now you can see that Khushbu user is again able to access the folder present inside it. Now what he will do, he will click always available offline. So what will happen, that even the domain controller, means your client computer is not online with the domain controller, the client will be able to access the folder that is present inside this home drive. Okay, so now we will disable the NIC card, means your network has been down, but you can see that the user is able to access the folder, or you can say the data that has been provided by the administrator for the client. So now you can see that when it is online with the domain controller, then also the user is able to access the home folder, and when the user is offline with the domain controller, then also the user is able to access this, means the data that is present inside this Z drive. So this is actually the benefit of creating home folder. And the one more benefit of this home folder is that if you are not having hard disk on the local PC, then you can use the hard disk of your domain controller itself, or you can say the file server itself. In this way the data of the client computer will also remain secured enough that nobody can steal those data from that local client computer.